What is up everyone, and welcome back to another life story. I haven't done a video and a life story in general in a while, so let's do this. Today's life story happened fairly recently, and it's pretty interesting for you to hear, but it wasn't really fun for me. And it's about the time that I actually made a student switch schools. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now, the day this happened, it was just a normal day at school. It was just me chilling with my good friends, and we were just like this circle of friends in the hallways. We were chilling in the hallways because it was raining outside. It was really fucking cold. We didn't want to go outside, so we just chilled in the hallways outside the class. And apart from my friends and a few other kids that were around, there was also this girl, which you know is a girl from your class that no one really likes. She's pretty much annoying. She's the type of girlfriend that will keep telling you that she has a boyfriend outside of town. You know the one. And basically, she was texting someone on her phone, and as a joke, I just took her phone and texted her own mother and said, "I want dick." So it looked like she texted her own mother, "I want dick." You know, if someone did that to me, I wouldn't take it like bad. I would just be pretty pissed or annoyed. And I think my friends will react the same way because we've done that before to each other, and we just took it as a joke. We just laughed. And at the beginning, the girl did the same thing. You know, she was chill with it. She realized what I'd done. She laughed. She didn't really laugh. She just giggled. She was pretty awkward about it though. But like 2 minutes later, she just fucking starts crying. She just starts crying at random. I still have her phone in her hand. You know, she didn't ask for it back. I was just about to give it to her, and she just starts fucking crying for no reason. And I'm pretty sure it's about that text. So she just falls on the floor and starts fucking having a seizure. I don't know if she was having a seizure or something, but she was fucking crying. I haven't seen a person cry this hard ever before in my life. There was this giant circle of people around her, you know, telling her to calm down. She wouldn't listen to anyone. She was just fucking out of control, man. And at that point, I see her phone vibrate. Her mother was calling her back. I don't know. Maybe she noticed that her mother was calling. I don't know what happened. I don't know why she started crying. But at some point, the teacher just came and broke the whole thing up. It was really weird. I don't know why she started crying. I'm pretty sure it's because of that incident. But the teacher breaks up the whole thing, and she takes her. And at that point, I realize I'm pretty much fucked. Because if she tells what happened, then I'm in a ton of trouble. Because that kind of thing is highly forbidden at my school and whatnot. So, you know, our teacher comes. He tells us to go in class, you know, apart from that girl that started crying, which was with the other teacher. And we all go in class and start the lesson. And I was pretty fucking panicking, dude. I was really panicking. You know, my friend was telling me, you know, dude, it's all chill. Nothing will go wrong. But, you know, I just wait. The whole lesson flies by. And the bell rings. We go downstairs. And I try and find that girl. She's with a teacher I don't know. I don't know what lesson she did. She teaches one of the older classes. So, I go up to her, you know, I'm like, "Are you okay? I'm sorry," and whatnot. And she was pretty cool about it. She didn't seem to be crying anymore. She was pretty chill. But what happened is the teacher, she straight up, as soon as I said sorry, she just straight up looked at me. And I have a pretty bad reputation amongst my teachers because I'm quite a troublemaker. I make quite a lot of I disrupt the class quite a lot. You know, I crack jokes and whatnot. But she just straight up shoots me this look and goes, "Oh, so it was you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was me. I'm not gonna hide it." So she told me, "Why don't you go into the teacher's office, the teacher's lounge, whatever, and you wait for me." So I walk in there. As soon as I walk in there, all the teachers just keep fucking staring at me like I'm Satan or something. So as I'm waiting for this teacher, you know, everyone's staring at me. It was pretty awkward. The teacher comes. She has a talk with me. She gets the attention of some other teachers that know me, so they all come over. They knew what happened because they'd also confronted that girl. So I kind of talked about what happened. I explained that I didn't mean to hurt anyone. They were pretty cool about it. They didn't really seem to be really worried about it at the time. But we talked about it, and then one of the teachers took me to the principal's office. The principal wasn't there at the time. They just took me in the principal's office with the fucking school psychologist. I don't know why they brought the school psychologist. Don't fucking ask me. But they brought in, and the school psychologist had a notebook, and I just had to answer all these fucking questions about what happened yet again. And as I was answering the questions, the fucking school psychologist was just holding this notebook, man. And she was just noting things down like I'm some sort of fucking mental patient or something. But yeah, that flies by. They were like, "Okay, you can go back to your class now, but As soon as I was, relaxed, and I was like, oh man, thankfully the whole thing blew over. As soon as I go to fucking step out the office, they go, you know that this is gonna be reported to the principal, right? And I'm like, oh no, oh right, I'm fucked. That's it, my life is over. Now, if you don't know my school principal, he is pretty strict, and he doesn't have a soft spot on me. He has the exact opposite, and if he found out that I did something like that, it will be the perfect opportunity for him to fucking roast me like I'm a chicken nugget. I'm pretty fucking panicked right now. About 2 lessons go by, 1.5 lessons, I don't know, and I expected nothing more to happen. I was like, okay, they probably didn't tell the principal since nothing has happened. I'm fine, okay, thank God. But during a lesson, I hear a knock on this door. I'm just talking with a friend. I don't know about what the fuck we were talking about. We were laughing. But someone knocked on the door, and at that moment, I knew it was a fucking principal. I knew he was gonna fuck me up the ass with his fucking hard cock. He opens the door. He's like, is Jason in this class? And everyone just fucking turns and looks at me, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. So he told me, come down to my office right fucking now. So that's what I do. I just hop out of my seat and go down to the office. I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't fucking run away or something. And I go down, he closed the door, and he said all this shit about what happened. I heard what happened, and what you've done is horrible, and I wouldn't imagine any of the children going to the school doing this. I was like, okay, relax, it's just a text message. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I'm pretty sure the girl is fine now, so let's just make this whole thing blow over before it turns into something big. And he tells me, oh no, I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna call your parents. Give me your parents' phone number. He didn't even fucking know my parents' phone number. I don't know. So I couldn't just say, no, I'm not giving you my parents' phone number. So I just had to say, okay. I gave him my parents' phone number, and he said, I'm calling your parents. And that's what happened. He called my parents, and yeah, until the end of the day, I was a fucking mess. One of those days where you just want to crawl into a dark corner and not talk to anyone about anything? Yeah, that was what happened that day. My friends were pretty cool. They tried to cheer me up and everything, try to crack jokes, but, I just played it cool, try to relax, but I really couldn't. Not because of what my parents would say, but because of the whole school hearing about what happened. It was pretty fucking ridiculous. So, I go home that day. My mom had been informed. She was like, I heard what happened at school, don't worry about it. I understand that you didn't mean any harm. She was pretty cool about it too. The only people not to seem cool about it at that point were just the principal and I guess that girl's mom. So yeah. So basically what the principal told my mother is that he wants to see her the next day after school. And yeah, he just wanted to talk to her, and that pretty much sucked because that means that she'd find out about all the other things I've done, which is pretty bad, I guess. So, next day comes, I go to school, everything is fine, before we enter the class, I'm just laughing with my buddies, and I notice that this girl she isn't there, dude. Like, she's nowhere to be seen. I asked, what happened, why. I asked, is she not here because of what happened yesterday? And one of my friends said, I don't know, dude, she wasn't on Facebook all day yesterday, and I'm like, oh shit, man, what have I done? So, first period, first lesson, we walk in, and then we had history, I think. And then, yeah, it was history. And then my history teacher walks in with this fucking look on her face. Like I just shut up fucking 3 schools and just told everyone that it's a prank in the hood. It's a prank in the hood. It's a prank on sexual. And she just sits down and says, we need to talk. And I'm like, are you seriously just gonna make a whole fucking issue out of this? Like, is it that fucking necessary? She kept referring to me as a fucking cyberbully. She's like, oh, there's a cyberbully in this class that is cyberbullying people. And cyberbullying is a very serious issue. You can make people commit suicide because of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying will fucking rape you up the ass like Satan's cock! But no, she didn't really say that. Basically, she talked about us. She kept fucking asking me questions in front of my entire class, which was pretty fucking awkward. Some of the students said, stop asking him questions, it's pretty awkward for him. And she just asked, what would you do if you were in this girl's position and whatnot, if you were in this situation. Basically, what happened is the whole teachers at this day, they just fucking talked about the thing. I think they had a fucking, they had a whole brainstorm session about it, like, we lost a whole lesson because they had to talk about this thing, that all the teachers had to talk about this thing. And basically now the whole school knows what had gone down the previous day. And it sucked, man. It sucked so bad. But what ended up happening, this girl ended up switching schools. I think her mother got so offended by what happened. I don't know what type of overprotective mother she has, but the girl ended up switching schools, which, you know, I think I find pretty fucking hilarious until this day. And yeah, that's how we made someone switch schools. It was pretty intense, those few days that this kept going on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's life story. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed, and peace.